Now, in the last year, I have probably received maybe more messages from Jesus than probably most people might have done in their entire life. And this is my first video on the channel, and there's just so much to talk about that I'm not going to try to go through it all in this video, but some of the messages are just like absolutely crazy. Now, up until a year ago, I was mainly a spiritual person. Could say I wasn't religious. I was religious up until 2016 when my sister took her own life. After that, I began to question, why has this happened? As far as I knew at the time, doing that, taking your own life, was taboo in the Bible, as far as I know or knew. So after that, I was questioning a lot about life, religion, and I just kind of went down the whole spiritual universe, law of attraction, that kind of route, until the last 8 years. I had an event happen, which I won't go into right now, where my health in some way deteriorated, and then it got even worse like 2 to 3 years ago. Okay, and basically it led me to the door, to the steps of a church, just asking whether Jesus. So basically, I went to the church doors, and I literally just from my heart spoke to Jesus and God, and basically just said, look, I'm not looking to be healed, because that would be a little bit rude, wouldn't it? Just as I've not believed in all these years, and just to suddenly say, come and heal me. I'm not asking to be healed, but can you just send me a message that you exist? Just if you can do that, good. If you can't, then it's fine, no problem. So about 6 weeks went by, and nothing. I got nothing. And then one day, I was driving my car, and my brother is quite religious, Jesus, okay? And on my dashboard was 16:16, so that was the time, 16:16, so it was 16 minutes past 4, and my mileage was 33333, so all the threes, okay? So I sent a picture to my brother, and he basically said, the next day, I didn't really get a reply that day, and the next day he said he was reading the Bible, and he read a page which had nothing to do with him, and in a nutshell, he connected the numbers on my dashboard to the page he was reading, and he was reading page 333, Acts 16, 333, and on that page it talks about Paul the Apostle. My name's Paul, okay? Paul the Apostle breaking free from prison, and then something about getting baptized. So obviously the whole Bible is a whole metaphor of things, isn't it? People take things how they want to take it. But in a nutshell, that was like, what are the chances of that? He was reading that the night before. It's the same page, the same Acts, and my name, Paul the Apostle, is there. But just to cut a long story short, in the last year, I have made, you could say, more progress in getting back my health back to how I am in the last year since visiting the steps of that church than the whole 7 years before that, just like you know, asking the universe, okay? Now this channel is going to be my testimony, I guess. The miracle is to be truthful. The miracle is not yet complete. I'm not back where I want to be yet, but I have made more progress in this last year. Now it is approaching a year since I walked up to the church, okay? And I've got the feeling, I know you shouldn't think this because you kind of get your hopes up, and Jesus works in his own way, in his own time. But we are approaching the anniversary, and I think possibly there's something big going to come, okay? But that is just a little bit of an overview background, okay? Now, I have been getting the most crazy signs. I'm not going to go to them in this video. I'm going to make multiple videos for this channel. So if you're interested in following the journey, okay, so my name is actually Paul Phoenix, okay, right? And as you know, Phoenix has a lot of symbolism in terms of resurrection, you know, coming back, you know, from the ashes. And I feel it ties the similarities with the Jesus resurrection and all of this stuff. So I take great personal hope of my name, the symbolism, and Jesus. But it's just been unbelievable, the signs that I've been getting. And I'm going to be totally honest, right? A little bit of me still is questioning it. Like I have said, if Jesus can complete this miracle, I will literally become Paul the Apostle, and I will spread his name far and wide across the internet, okay? I will tell my testimony. Now, we're not there yet, but like I said, over the last years, I didn't know what was up with me. I got some form of diagnosis only after asking, like, you know, at first I asked, let me know you're there. And then I said, look, I just need to know what's up with me, please. I don't know what's up with me. I got a diagnosis from a professional, a neurologist, okay? And then I was like, okay, from there I asked him, how do I fix this? You know, what do we do? And then a few months later, the answer had already been presented to me, okay? And I was like, it was already there. How did I not see it? So it's like he's presenting all of this stuff to me, okay? Which I will go into more detail in other videos, okay? But yeah, so it's just a short video, but if you want to hear some more of my signs and stories, and I'll go into more details about what the transformation, what my problem is. I'm not here to preach to anyone. I'm not a preacher. I don't like people preaching. I am just an honest person who didn't believe, and I'm seeing some crazy stuff, okay? So like and subscribe and comment, you know, what's your thoughts on all this. Well, until next time, take it easy.